Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Shalene Webster and I'm a licensed realtor in Maryland, and I wanted to create this video for my first-time home buyers. I work with a lot of first-time home buyers and I get calls all the time, people saying, oh, I want to buy a house. What do I need to do to apply for buying a house, or what do I need to do to get started? And I thought I'd come on here and create a simple video for you first-timers so you can kind of navigate through and understand at least high level what the stages are in home buying. I'm going to create a couple more videos and series on here and dig deeper into the specific processes, but for now I just want to give you the high level and give you some information on how to get started. So the first thing you're going to want to do is to get pre-approved. This is the step even before you reach out to a realtor. Sometimes you need to know what you can afford. You need to understand if you can afford to be a buyer, and if so, how much you can afford, and meaning house payment, meaning the full scale of the mortgage, the whole thing. So a couple things that your lender is going to need, and he's going to need to run your credit. He's going to need to see your income statements, your bank statements, whatever you have as proof of income, if you're self-employed, whatever you have. And then he's also going to check your debt to income ratio. So these are all things that are going to determine how much house you can buy and what your monthly payment will be. So your credit score, to be a first-time home buyer, there are a couple different programs which I will get into in other videos. But to be a first-time home buyer, there are a couple programs. One which is called the FHA program, and that's for first-time home buyers, which will allow you to put only 3.5% down on buying your first home. This is for people who may not have as much cash on hand, but do qualify for a mortgage and want to get into a home with less money down. Now, there are some drawbacks and some advantages of this program, obviously one being the down payment, but there is some mortgage insurance that comes with that type of loan, but I will get into that a little bit later. But the first thing I wanted you to understand is the fact that you are going to need to get pre-approved. With the pre-approval process, you will talk to a lender or a banker. Your real estate agent can refer one to you. I can refer one to you. And the purpose of this is to find out what you actually want to spend a month. So some people may get pre-approved for $500,000, but at $500,000, you're not comfortable with the mortgage payment. So the benefit of getting pre-approved is to go through the numbers, see what you can afford, and then determine with your lender as to what price range you want to be in. Once you have that number, you're going to want to select your realtor. Your realtor is going to take that number and help you to find homes that are going to meet the qualifications of the number and the loan type that you're going to be going for. Your realtor will have access usually to a Nationwide, or our system is called Bright, and they'll be able to help you search for homes. You can also do it yourself, and take you out and show you the homes and tour and all of that, so you can kind of see which homes you like that are going to fit within your criteria. After you select a home and you and your realtor work on putting your offer together, you will submit an offer and hopefully it will be accepted. And then you will go into the contract ratification stage. That is when the contract has been mutually accepted by both the buyer and the seller side, and you have an agreement on terms. Once you have that agreement, then you're going to do your home inspection. Home inspection are not required. They are specifically for the buyer to help understand the condition of the home, any issues that may exist in the home that have not been disclosed, and also can be used to help a new homeowner understand how to maintain their home as well. This is something that's paid out of pocket by the buyer. It's not rolled into your loan. The range is usually anywhere between $300 and $500 that you would pay directly to your home inspector. Your realtor will come with you most of the time to your home inspection. I always come to mine. After you have had the home inspection, you will have terms that you will want to negotiate possibly with your seller if it's not an as-is purchase. And if that's the case, your realtor will work with you and the inspector to put together a list of items that you would present to the seller and ask for them to repair, fix, remedy, or whatever they're going to do. Once you have agreed on terms on that, you will move through to the loan process. One of the first things that your lender will do is order an appraisal. This is where you're going to have information and have another somewhat inspector come out to the property that you're buying, and they will do a valuation report, and they will let you know if what you are spending on the home is in line with the comps, the comparable sales in your area, to make sure you are not paying more than the market price for your home. Now, if the results of that inspection come back that you are paying too much, they will give you a valuation report that you will share with the seller, and the seller will either need to adjust the price or you'll be able to be released from the contract. If you guys come to terms on price and you're ready to proceed, at this point, the loan will pretty much all be on the lender, and it will be you and your lender going back and forth on providing items of proof of income, continuing to provide receipts, continuing to provide updates on your financial status until your loan gets approved. During this process, while you are getting your loan approved, the other thing that will be going on is title work. Your realtor most of the time, or your lender, will refer to you a title company. This is your choice. You may also find your own title company as well. And this title company will work on preparing the deed work and the title work to transfer the ownership of the property over to you. There is no cost up front for this. The fees for title work and settlement will be done at closing time, but this is something that's going to be going on in parallel with the lender work from the loan. And finally, you will be preparing for closing. So your title company will provide you a statement with an estimate of your charges. Your lender will have probably already done that as well. And they will set up a time for either you and the seller to either come together and do your signing for your loan process, or oftentimes, if the schedules don't work, sometimes you can do settlements separate, but it will be with the title company so that they can notarize all of the documents for closing. Now, I know that was a lot in a quick amount of time, but I wanted to make sure that I put this out there, at least so you can have a home buying 101 to kind of understand the high level steps. I'm going to try to put them in here in